Please, fans up front, Shulo has some words for them.
Look out! Gee. McChesney just drop kicked the door right into Shulo, and the impact broke the door.
And Shulo just escaped the cage.
Well, the bell had not sounded yet.
Or I'm sorry, McChesney escaped the cage.
But McChesney jump-starting this matchup, much like Daniels had to McChesney years prior. That shows you McChesney learning from his surroundings and his history.
Very true.
And went Marshall the Bull, who the cage is erected to keep Marshall from getting involved. And now we got a table inserted into this.
They're not in the cage.
Well, we need to get him in the cage so we can officially start this matchup. The bell has not rung.
Oh, I don't know. It looked like McChesney rang Shulo's bell.
And that's another shortcut, a cheap shot to avoid settling this man-to-man.
Did it work? It's been effective so far.
And Chuck Roberts ejecting Marshall the Bull, the bodyguard of Team Big League. And that's the right call. We need to settle this thing.
Well, if it's supposed to be settled, put him in the cage and settle it.
And we got a table ringside. That does not bode well for McChesney, who has tasted the cold steel and wood of that table in a couple of cage matches prior. But McChesney looking to erase those prior bad memories with a potential title win.
And that door already falling apart.
And we're just getting started.
Yeah, it looks like the side of the cage sort of went a little cattywampus there when the door got struck too. I think he was rubbing his head against it. He being John McChesney rubbing Logan Shulo's head against it.
Yeah, well, not so much rubbing, it's just scraping and digging away at the skin.
Yeah, you say tomato.
Ouch. Now what a violent ordeal we've had. We're not even inside the cage yet. This matchup has not started.
Well, this is the one of those lessons that Logan Shulo needs to learn. He went after the title belt. He won the title belt. This is the kind of thing that happens when you hold the title belt.
And McChesney looking to utilize that table from the get-go.
Well, can you blame him?
Well, I don't blame him for trying to take a risk, but is Shulo softened up enough for this? John is 15 feet off the ground. Oh, my God. Big League crotched, and believe it or not, it could have ended a lot worse for him than that.
Yeah. It's sad that that's one of the favorable outcomes.
And Shulo battling with McChesney on top of this cage. And these are two big guys here.
McChesney lost his balance. Shulo took advantage. Scaled the rest of the cage quickly.
And now the match has started.
Popped him in the head.
And Shulo
double axe handle
starts this matchup emphatically. Randy Savage-esque.
Much better than Ric Flair-esque.
Well, that's very true. Savage and Lawler, famous cage matches some 30 years ago. And all that time later, the cage is still one of the most ominous and intimidating structures in this industry.
Foreboding. Were I to use an adjective, I would go with foreboding.
I believe you did. And Shulo all over McChesney right now. The question is, what can McChesney do without Marshall, without Flexer, Pepper Parks, or Cherry Bomb? Team Big League is not a factor right now. It's one-on-one. It's put up or shut up time for the man that claims he is rightfully worthy of the championship, John McChesney.
Well, and let's be honest, John McChesney has been able to answer these questions time and time again.
And McChesney trying to escape.
The reason he's been a champion and held championships as long as he has,
and a second
because
time,
of disability.
And these guys have to be careful because there's all kinds of hooks and series of support systems and bracketing into this cage, not just to support the steel cage, but also to hang these weapons up for our main event.
Sure, and, you know, this is not a pristine cage. There are missing loops, there are bends, there are sharp edges.
And there's shards of metal sticking out. This is not a structure that was built for its classy good looks. It was built to contain these men and to hurt people.
Very, very true.
These aren't blue bars out here. And Big League introduced to each side of the cage. They've been acquainted before, but maybe never with the force that Logan Shulo has behind him.
Yeah, that extra weight he put on his frame definitely helping.
And now the delayed suplex. Chest flexor was up for 75 seconds. John McChesney meeting a similar fate. The blood rushes to the brain. The equilibrium will be thrown off, and you may not have enough to kick out, but McChesney does. That's just scary powerful.
Shulo, smart, looking to get out of the cage.
You can win via pin or submission. You can win via escape. It's just as good either way.
And Shulo actually slowed down a little there by his hair. A disadvantage. He had to get it out of his eyes to continue climbing. And that gave McChesney the chance to get up there and pull him down.
Handful of trunks, but it's perfectly legal in this environment, quite obviously. Big League sets Shulo up and drives him into the steel.
And then he just slides the whole way down.
Yeah, just scraping across the body. No way for Shulo, no way for him to protect his landing or his fall.
Have you ever been thrown into a cage, Joe?
No, I haven't, and I intend to keep it that way.
I've been thrown into a fence that was of similar material, and I can tell you it hurt like hell.
And that was without the IWC Championship in the mix.
Exactly. And to be fair, there was probably some wobbly pops, if you know what I mean. A couple of adult sodas.
Well, McChesney, I'm sure will be all about having a couple of those later on to celebrate if he escapes this matchup as the official IWC champion, which again he is not currently.
Well, all it takes is a short climb and a quick drop, and it's his.
Shulo mounts the offensive here against one of the most decorated athletes in IWC history. McChesney back with an elbow.
Point of the elbow right to the nose. Well planted.
Being up here. No. Barely a count of two, if that.
Logan Shulo still has a lot of gas in the tank.
And those are championship instincts. You don't want to get caught on your shoulders any more often than you have to.
Yep. Not to mention, Shulo has the little extra incentive of wanting to get what is rightfully his back.
Catapult. Shulo hits the steel. He got elevated big time.
Hit right in the center where that reinforced steel pipe is. Hurts a little worse.
And McChesney, I sensed a bit of frustration on his face a moment ago.
5 minutes gone by in this contest. 5 minutes.
McChesney feels like he does not even need to have this match to prove himself. He feels it's a formality. He feels this matchup is a foregone conclusion. And I would respectfully disagree.
I would as well. Logan Shulo, despite being inexperienced in a cage match, a relatively young competitor, definitely has what it takes to hold on to this belt.
Frog splash, McChesney from the top. But the impact took the wind out of McChesney as well. Big League could have pinned Shulo and possibly won the championship, but he was in too much pain.
And now he's fighting his way up to his feet. Wow, the crowd's solemnly behind Logan Shulo. I can't hear anyone for Big League. I know he has some fans here.
Well, it's Shulo.
Whoa.
Amazing vertical leap. McChesney death grip on the cage. Who's going to win out in this battle?
Shulo looking for a German off of the top. and halfway up the cage.
And Shulo's got a lot of discoloration on his body right now. The welts and cuts and bruises from this cage are starting to show. Big red mark on the side of Shulo's body right now. And a second vertical leap. A superplex release! What impact!
A superplex that it looked like, I don't know if Shulo let go or McChesney got free, but he ended up just free falling. Definitely not how you want to land.
And Shulo has turned the tide in one fell swoop. One motion here. And Shulo met with the right hands of Big League John McChesney. Shulo absorbs the punishment. Big League elevated, look out. McChesney fights off.
Gets through the legs. And goes right for the climb for the win. I don't blame him.
No, but Shulo catches him. Oh no. Jeez! Oh. Elevated into the side of the cage. Very little give.
He is lucky that he didn't get thrown right through the cage, frankly.
With the power of Shulo, it's not out of the question.
The other bad part is he landed above that support and then just sort of slid down, so he ended up taking a steel bar right to his back at one point.
You can see that the left side of Shulo's back, right around the deltoid area, severely damaged, reddened, and
raw from the level of red.
Yeah, Shulo looking to escape here. Shulo retain the title.
The other side.
Oh, but don't underestimate the quickness of McChesney, but Shulo's more than halfway home.
And Shulo was hanging there. He just couldn't seem to fall.
Well,
McChesney holding on to him.
Yeah, McChesney had a double handful of hair.
And he pulls him back in with that hair.
Geez, this is precarious up here. Both men could get seriously hurt.
Oh.
McChesney tripped up. What in the world is this?
He's holding him by the ears, by the hair. McChesney trying to... Oh!
Jeez!
McChesney knows how that feels.
Shulo's got to be about 230 pounds.
Low-key has done the same thing to McChesney before.
But Low-key never had the mass of Logan Shulo.
Very true.
Electric chair. Coming up. Shulo goes powerbomb from here. McChesney knows that position well. He's finished many men off from an electric chair.
McChesney, a big step up to the top of the cage.
Right off the shoulders of Logan. Logan doesn't realize it. Now he does.
Oh.
What? Be careful, Logan. Don't chop McChesney out of that ring. And now both men are on the very top. They are 15 feet above the floor of this arena.
Just throwing shot after shot.
Oh, they both ended up back in.
And Logan Shulo lost his footing there and fell.
Oh, no. We got Team Big League out here. Flexor, Ginger, Pepper Parks, Cherry Bomb, and Flexor getting involved. Somebody stop this. Marshall's been thrown out of the building, but these nuisances haven't.
Oh, Flexor to the top. Taking some... But Shulo just met him.
Marshall threatened Flexor earlier.
Oh!
And Flexor took the bullet. Flexor with a major sacrifice.
10 minutes gone by in this contest. 10 minutes.
He had to have been 8-10 feet in the air and just went right through that table. Cherry Bomb and Pepper Parks looking to make sure that he's alive.
Well, now wait, the door just opened. Who in the hell's watching the door?
Well, both refs.
Well, the one on the outside's an idiot because he's not running on McChesney trying to get out.
Well, are you allowed to get out through the door?
You absolutely can, but it has to be both feet. The hands can't touch. The hands don't count. And Flexor's lifeless body carried out. Back in the ring, action continues. Logan going powerbomb. McChesney counters.
Oh!
The super kick. New champion. Got it. No.
I gotta say, I would have thought McChesney would have gone for the super kick and then looked to get out of there. You try and pin someone, you give them an idea what you're doing. You just let them lay there after hitting them. They stay in a daze. He may have had a better chance of getting out. Uh-oh.
What? The position again. Can Logan make the midair switch? Don't waste time here. Got it! But did he get all of it? McChesney almost slipped away, but not to any avail.
Here is your winner, and still IWC World Heavyweight Champion, the Heavy Metal Jesus, Logan Shulo.
McChesney trying to swarm out of the powerbomb at the last second. But Shulo held on steadfast, and that powerbomb claimed another victim. And we now know, Jay Worth, who does truly lay claim to the IWC title.
And big congratulations to Logan Shulo. Welcome to the next level of being your champion. You got more steel cage matches, more meetings ahead of you. I hope you like the taste. I hope it's worth it. You did great, kid. Uh-oh. That door's open.
Well, I think it's time for Team Big League to regroup. And time for Logan to rejoice in the moment. The biggest IWC title win of his young career. And we're still not done yet, ladies and gentlemen. In just a moment, the weapons will be hung, and Facade and Gory will enter